Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Meat Puppet again. I'm going to bring you guys something weird that has been happening, and I am surprised that are certain people they believe they can just tweet anything they want and they don't really think about the consequences that is happening right now. So let me give you an example, right? So this lady just goes on the internet and she decided, I have a good idea. A lot of girls and boys are watching stuff on the internet, especially boys. But the boys are watching gangster porn, like the joking blah, 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 and all those stuff. Just like, I'm going to do a tweet because I think I have a solution for this whole situation, right? So here she goes. Someone needs to create for children. Hear me out. Young teens are already watching porn, but they're finding hardcore, aggressive videos that give a terrible view of sex. They need entry-level porn, softcore sites where everyone asks for consent and no one gets choked. And I'm like, why does she believe this seems to be like a sensible thing to do? That doesn't make any sense. Let me check something. So this is a secret site. Nobody knows about it. But as you can see on the left, you have so many white stuff. These are actually categories that people can choose. Vintage. I believe these are beautiful and soft old school too. Blondes, which is Rubia. Amateur real, which is kind of realistic. 18 again. They wrote 18 twice. I don't know what you're on about, but I think people can actually find whatever they need. They don't need a specific site. She actually tweeted later, absolutely not getting swept into another Twitter cesspool. So it happened before. So deleted the tweet before it picks up steam. Really? You don't think people screenshot that stuff? Obviously, not an actual solution, but it is a real problem. Everybody take a deep breath. Of course, I know it's a real problem. I know people that can't even reach a climax if they don't watch one while doing it. Is it messed up? Yes, I do agree with you. But going in that direction is kind of weird. Why do you want to make it like a business transaction that kids can go to learn? And you're going to be like, whoa, Meat, what do you mean kids? She wants to clarify. Children under 18. I'm talking about 14, 15, 16. And I was like, wait, isn't the age of consent in UK 16? Why are you going that low? Which is then kind of weird. But the porn is already there, ladies and gentlemen. They can already find it. The fact that they click the weird one, I don't know. Certain girls might like it. I don't know. Usually it's the partner that you have it with that will decide the path of hero or villain that you're going to take. And then she's the same person that thinks it's a homophobic to be 100% straight, which I'm like, what are you on about? So you're telling me you approve of this message. So if we have this built up site and people are going to investigate, we have people like you guiding them with that mentality that you're going to ask a kid, hey, are you fully straight? Yes.
That's homophobic.
No. Do you see where it's going? It starts beautiful, good intention, but weird mentality with pronouns in their bio. The fact that you think you saw something on porn and you do it in a gangster way with your partner without asking, the problem isn't the material, it's your way of asking for consent. You need to teach consent. You need to start at the root. You need to see if they consider their needs more important than the needs of the person they're going to date. That is what you have to do. If I want to do something gangster with my wife and I watched it in porn, previously, of course, I don't watch porn anymore because it can be confusing. I don't have that gangster erection if I watch it every day. But you catch my point. I don't just go blasting my wife, hey man, I want to do this. No, that doesn't work like that. That has to be a consent. That has to be a respect. If my wife is like, hey, do it dirty gangster, then I go dirty gangster. I didn't just be like, you know what, I saw this in the movie and it seems to work. That's the thing. You can't just go provide solution and make a government decide to advocate for it on a maybe public side. And what do you think is going to attract? Special people. If special people knows kids are going here to learn about this in a soft way, what do you think they're gonna do? Just wait in line or go to the other side where they know a lot of old people are going there because they're not happy with their personal life? No, they're gonna go where young people are gathering, right? Apropos of nothing, I really think if someone quickly deletes a tweet, it shouldn't be screenshotted and shared like, just let it die, you know? No? No one else agree? No, we don't agree about it because you already started a conversation that many people consider it a problem. But now we have to make an example out of you that, hey, the way you want to do it is clearly not the route that we want to take. That's why even people that are agreeing with you, with your normal politics and your checkmark, that are from your side are like, what the heck are you saying? You can't do that. You need to educate people or just teach them a certain type of respect. That's what we have to do. But these days, everybody's like, no, be free. You can do whatever you want. That's the problem. Nobody cares about educating these kids. They care about the government doing it for them. They care about the iPad doing it for them. No, you are the ones that has to be an example. So if you had your kid in an accident or whatever, bada beam, bada boom, or you have a government like in UK that you can have as much baby as you want, we're going to give you money. It's like if you're already a bad example of not taking any responsibility, but the government is going to help you. So Caroline Fish says, I'm with you, Flora. People should be more forgiving on Twitter as they would be at lunch with friends. Really? On Twitter? People are getting cancelled on Twitter. Cancel. The power that this has given people so much, like the popular people. You can't say that 10 years ago you're a bad person. And we need to ask for forgiveness. And people are like, we want more. We need to be sure that you will never say that again. And now you said something so gangster, so stupid, and nobody bats an eye because you have pronouns in your name. So you're kind of good. I guess I need to put pronouns to it in case I say something crazy like hallelujah. Zoe Farquhar. It really wasn't abysmal. You aren't advocating child. Just that kids are going to watch it, which they have since it existed, then at least make it less extreme. It's already less extreme. I already gave you a few gangster topic. They can find it. But if they look at other stuff, kids already clearly know they can't do that aggressive stuff. They might want to explore with somebody they trust, but that's a different thing. But the consent part, the idea that you respect the person, that you take it slow or whatever, that isn't the problem of the thing that you're watching. Everybody has that feeling. If you don't respect somebody, it doesn't matter if you're like sweet or gangster. It depends on your own way of approaching the situation. That's the problem. We need to teach kids to respect other people and show them how beautiful this can be. It's not like thing like fung, yeah, have fun. But if I say that, I'm too conservative, right? Well, go free, go have your freaking fun. But if they're aggressive, instead of looking at like a beautiful spiritual thing like certain people see, I can't help you. Penna Bantam had a very good point. The idea of a 12-year-old fucking boom off at a soft funky fun website run by a private company is freaking disturbing. Profiteering from children watching. What? The only answer is that it would be a state run for children. You know how many people will start hacking, learn how to hack, go to the site, start having interesting conversation. I don't understand it. How can I perform that? I feel insecure. Well, you know what? I can help you. Let's do a webcam and I can show you. Or maybe you can visit me and I will guide you through the procedure so you feel freaking comfortable. I think the point that I'm trying to say is whatever you posted there, the fact that you didn't believe it might be something stupid, it just surprises me. Because if you're going to word something that is so sensitive that you know a lot of people consider super important, that is a big problem. I mean, I know how it affects you. I know how it affects even me. How I first watched the first white beautiful lady. I remember I was mesmerized. I understand what you're trying to say. It wasn't a gangster stuff. It was something soft. Most people find soft thing in the beginning, right? And it happens. You upgrade with time. You don't go there immediately. You just find it interesting, just like girls, just like men. Until you experience it, sometimes you won't even like it. And sometimes you're like, hey, this is even better. Something you don't like now, you might like later. It happens. I don't think the idea what you're watching is the problem. I believe the addiction that makes you believe that you need that for your happiness, like a quickie, because it releases some weird feeling in your head that you feel so good about yourself. I mean, I'm sure you heard about post not clarity. Well, there's also like post not clarity after funky funky. It happens. And is it a bad thing? Maybe. But is it a bad if you have so many people fun? I do believe so. Because it's unnatural. All these things, how we teach kids, how we do it, it's unnatural. That's why a lot of people right now make so many mistakes, because the more mistakes you do, the less you will attempt to do something. But we live now in a society that people keep making mistakes because the way we meet each other, the way we have access to each other, it's unnatural. So the idea that you believe, you know what, this unnatural way of meeting, that we're doing this stuff, we need to make a business out of it, an industry, to have it under control. No, I already told you guys, I don't like any weird rule that later can be applied to everybody, because then you're going to be like, it's mandatory vaccina, and then it's mandatory a funky training. I'm like, no, I don't want my kid to even be there. I have my healthy thing. Don't come squish it out. It just surprises me that you can post that stuff without a clear idea what the heck is going on. For kids, 14 to 16, because people believe they start at 30, the level of the devil. I'm like, I don't know anymore. Why? People, why? And you're surprised people are saying they're coming for the children? And now I'm going to do something which I'm going to find that might piss me off. Let's see if this lady has a baby. If she does not have a baby, I will be very pissed, because it's always the same thing. People that are not making babies are gonna tell me how I have to educate my baby because they had the gangster experience of a man choking them out. I can't find anything related to her that she has a kid. And this is something that really bothers me. You're freaking 28, you don't have a kid, and you are coming here trying to advocate, and it seems that you're a sex therapist too? Are you freaking kidding me? But the idea that somebody chokes a woman and you believe you can just go do it and choke another woman for fun, I don't think it really happens like that. I never heard something like that. I think a lot of girls just want to be like, hey, what the heck are you freaking doing? If the guy doesn't understand that, the idea is already there that the guy is freaking special in his head, that he believes he can keep on going. It's not the funky that he's watching. It's something else in his body that he doesn't understand consent. That's the problem. That is what we have to fix. Not the idea that we need to promote something, how to do it safely, because if they're that gangster, it's going to be a problem anyway. Have your own children. Teach him. And I will guarantee you, you would be so much more empathetic. The fact that this is just happening is just surprises me. And you're surprised they're coming for the children. You are going for the children. What's wrong with you? You don't have children and you're going to educate kids? I don't know. Like, share, because this has to get out, people. Watch your children. And when you see people advocating for this stupid stuff, stop them. Because the day they create a business or something where it's normal that kids go somewhere to get training, where people are going to find them to guide them to do weird stuff, and then suddenly it can be mandatory. So many people are getting a feminist. We need to make it a law. People, be careful what you wish for. And be careful what you tweet.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Put a fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam turloqueta verdeta welcome.